All right, let's see here. We are live across three platforms. What's up, my friends? What are you looking at here? Well, we went absolutely bonkers. 16-8 on the picks yesterday across Underdog, Prize Picks, DraftKings Pick Six, and DK Sportsbook and Novig. Great day. We also cashed out on three parlays yesterday. And on today's show, you're getting more of the same. We're going in. We're going to win. Hopefully, 67% of our bets or more. We're going to make a bunch of parlays. Hopefully, you didn't miss the end of the show yesterday. I made 5 or 6 parlays. 3 of them cashed. 3 full parlays. I'm going to do the same exact segments again today. We're going to do a bunch of pick 'em, player props to begin. We'll do the parlays at the end of the show. It's time to launch the music. It's time to get paid. Let's have ourselves a great show, my friends. Okay. Music's off. Headset's off. Just doing something here on the side, talking to my developers really quick. I'm so excited. I got so much going on. We are building out a whole predictions market tool. We've got a parlay builder we're working on. Just so much. There's just so much coming down the pipeline for this site. I covered this at the beginning of the show. Yesterday, 16-8. We made bank. We cashed out on 3 parlays built. So if you're just tuning in, you just finished watching the introduction. Today's show, you're going to get a bunch of bets. Literally sit back, kick back, relax, ask questions, jump in chat. For the next about 30 minutes, you're going to get a bunch of player props. You're going to be able to use these on Pick'em apps, on Novig, so on and so forth. And then at the end of the show, we're going to make some parlays. Yeah, we're going to let the freak flag fly. We're going to be absolute degenerates and scratch the itch. It's going to be a good time. Every single day, the Bets for Breakfast live show right here. Been doing this for a decade. This is my second YouTube channel active, so go ahead and hit that subscription if you're on it. Follow me on X, retweet, whatever you got to do. Your notifications on. Grab your cell phone, set your alarms every day, 9 a.m. I'm right here for you. One thing I wanted to show you all, because yesterday I covered it, and people after the show, somebody signed up. They did a year, and they're like, finally, I needed someone to describe that. So let me show you this. Give me about, 15 seconds, and I'll look at chat, and then we'll make a bunch of bets. All right? Here's the mysprearyedge.com homepage. This is your landing page. This is my website. This is all my betting tools I make to make bets. I essentially got together some very smart people, and you look at these, shows you cell phone versus computer. And I said, hey, smart people, here's the types of things I've been using for years to help win all my bets. Can you help me win my bets by making me my own site? And they said, sure, let's do it. And we did it. So here we go. Adding to this display here. So Essential Edge. This is essentially all the things you need to bet on sports, the essentials. Then you get some sharp products over here. This is where you get the DFS Pick'em Optimizer. I think is very important. Sharp Money Radar, where you can track all the whale money across all the different exchanges. We're adding a predictions markets tool and a parlay builder to the Sharp Edge as well. Now, there are 33% discounts built in per month. That means you sign up here, you $59.99 first month, and it stays. It doesn't kick up to another number. So down the road, when I'm done building this product and I move the product price up to $90 a month, if you're signed up and still active, you keep that price. You don't get an upcharge. That's it. You're good to go. If you click yearly, if you're like, man, I love this product, I'm going to stick around. I don't blame you. It's only about to get better as we add more things to it. And when that occurs, this 33% discount is removed. Full price goes into effect. The annual product is a 10-month price. So you get it for 12 months for the price of 10. See how the math works? $39.99 per month times 4 or times 12 months would be $480. Well, it's $399. Pretty cool. So you get 2 months off and a 33% discount if you choose to do so. mysprearyedge.com. Get that link down below. I'm going to do that for probably a few more days because I guess I just never covered that. We're in a soft launch, right? It's like I focus more on just the picks and stuff daily, but I guess I should probably be describing what this is and not just using it on the live shows. So there you go. So yesterday's picks were absolutely fantastic. Now, you'll see a bunch of pendings here. Well, this is because a lot of them I didn't even realize or think about it during the show. A lot of them were for tonight's games. Some of them were last night's, like Powell and Jordan Goodwin and Mark Williams and Donna McCling and so on and so forth. So it was a great night. It was a great night last night. Both sports did well. When we did NBA, 8-3, MLB 8-5. DFS Optimizer went 7-4, plus EV Optimizer, which is essentially my favorite for Pick'em, despite the fact that we have a DFS Optimizer. I think devigging lines with the plus EV Optimizer is just so sharp. And then the Sharp Money Radar I absolutely love, but I will say I really like the Sharp Money Radar for sportsbooks too. I think a lot of people like to use them for Pick'em because I show that on my show. And why do I do that? Well, because I know everybody's obsessed with Pick'em. Here are the pending bets we have for tonight. These were all made yesterday on yesterday's live show. If you're just tuning in, you're like, what did y'all do yesterday? Well, we made bank. We're going to do a bunch more picks today and the parlays at the end because it worked. I was shocked to see 3 of those parlays we built on the live show fully swept. Another one, there was, I believe, a total basis was like plus 2,500, missed by one leg. So yeah, I think we found something at the end of yesterday's show, and I did it as like an afterthought, and I want to do it again. Okay. All right. So here is your plays. I'm just leaving them up there. These are from yesterday. They were an elite value yesterday. Are they still active and still there? I have no clue. Let me log into Underdog on one of my monitors here, and I'll slide it into the screen. And the goal is to just see, are these still active? I don't know. Usually not, especially if they come from some of these sources on my app here. So Aaron Gordon, let me type them in. And wrong screen. Some of these look like they're still active. Now, let's kind of talk about these. So math says they were a value yesterday at that current time. I don't know if they are anymore. So that needs to be something that you keep in mind, or at least be aware of, that, while some of these might have been values yesterday, they might not be. Things might have changed. News might have come out. Anthony Edwards' line, for instance, like his line might be 27.5 on sportsbooks right now. Right. So then it makes no sense to be playing the 26.5 to the under on underdog. This might be a bad play by now. I have no freaking clue. But there you go. You've got the information. You can run out a bunch of 2-pick entries on underdog if you'd like, 3-pick on price picks. It's the meta. If you're doing it any other way, you're doing it wrong. 2-pick entries with a full 1x multiplier will equate to a 3.5x on underdog, which is the only way you should be playing pick'em in the entire industry. I'm not going to push a million pick'em apps just because I can push referral codes. I'm not about that life. I'm not trying to make the referral money like that. I'm trying to make you money. I'm trying to make you money. That's what's the difference here of this show. It's not, hey, check out this new pop-up site available in 15 states, code donuts. It's incredible. You got to use it because I'm trying to get $100 a pop. Or they came at me and said, here's $5,000 for 3 months and $150 referrals. And now I'm going to push this random site to you. No, the best place to play pick'em right now is underdog. 3.5x, second to none. It's a full half a X return more than any other pick'em app. You should not be in any other pick'em app. I'm just being real with you. Go Bears. Appreciate you. If anyone's on the fence, do yourself a favor. Get this product. The tools are amazing. Not only are they amazing, but they're freaking affordable right now. If you are using any tools like this across the internet, literally has everything you kind of want baked into one product. You can bounce around these player cards. I'm very zoomed in on my screen. I've got pop-ups all over, but you can bounce around the games, the players. You can look at their stats. You can, go between all the different things. You can do alt lines right within the player cards. You can deep link their plays. Oh, I don't want to log in front of you. You can deep link plays right from inside their player cards. You can bounce around all the tools. We're going to make parlays later today with the trends tool. I'm going to show you what I did yesterday. You can do ranges, filter ranges, 100% hit rates only. We got a lot to do. We're going to look at the projections. We're going to look at some history. Historical results are extremely important when you're betting on sports and you're using a model. You need to know what works, what doesn't, and their hit rates within the model. Like, there is so much on this site, tools wise, projections wise, the game models I never talk about, but they're here. You could go full breakdowns on these on the app here. I keep calling it app. It's a mobile web app, but you can use, essentially what that means is you get the experience of an app on your mobile browser. Use we covered this yesterday, Safari, Google Chrome. Like, it's just going to look like an app. It's going to respond like an app on mobile, but you get these full breakdowns on the simulations and what they showed, so on and so forth. Anyways, let's make some bets. Swept the board yesterday. So many units, says, oh, it's him. Good morning, Chitty. Good to see you. Good morning, VG. Good to see you. What's up, Mamba? Been a couple of days since I've been able to watch the stream. So busy. Hate missing these shows, but I'm here. Good morning. Appreciate you. Morning. Thanks for the info yesterday. Cashed over $600. You freaking made bank, dude. Let's go. What a dub. I love it. Thank you for the comment and the shout out. Appreciate you. What'd y'all do yesterday? We made bank. These are good. Playing straights on Novig has been cash. Dude, using the Sharp Money Raider positive EV on Novig, absolute sharp move right there on your part. I saw somebody posting that inside the My Sperry Edge chat. That's the Discord chat yesterday, saying they've been cleaning house using this Sharp Money Radar. Hits, runs, RBI projection list last night, 60% again. That's still averaging my odds I got on Onyx, but it's better than the break even of that list, AI being slow. Yeah, I mean, Metal Gamer, I think the list went 14-9. The night prior went 11-4. If you're running straight bets, and you can run every single one of those on Novig, okay? The best exchange out there. Again, I'm going to push Underdog. I'm going to push Novig. They're the best of their products. Exchange-wise, Novig's second to none. Pick'em-wise, Underdog second to none. Only two places you should be playing anywhere, in my opinion, unless these other books start doing better. They got to work harder, get some better payouts and better odds, that's for sure. Wow, welcome back, Drew. Let's line your pockets, man. What's up, Chris? Good morning, Mad Dog. Good morning. Let's get to work. get to work. So we got picks to make tonight. Now, the plus EV optimizer, I've said if they ever show up on the plus EV optimizer, they're essentially just a lock and load for me. Why? Because we've devigged dozens and dozens of sports books, and we know the fair odds value is a minus 122 on Price Picks for a 3-pick entry, fixed price 3-pick entry, not the goblins. You're getting a minus 118 return, which is going to beat the odds you're getting on the devigged lines. So this is a lock and load play. When you secondarily start comparing to some of the sharp books like FanDuel, Pinnacle, so on and so forth, then it's even better. So the fact that you can compare that, they're fantastic. What do we do here? I have a simple tool. I have here this My Bets tracker. And what this does is essentially it's just going to show you all the bets we make using this tool itself. That's all. It's very simple. You can track your chart, your graphs for March, for April, month after month. We're going to add stuff to this as we go, but it's very basic right now, and it's essentially just you can follow your process. How does your process work on these different apps based on these different tools? If you have more success, and by the way, like I think this stuff is helpful, right? Because if you find you're like, well, donuts, I actually for MLB, let me clear all these. For MLB, we should add percentage. Win rate. So you can see this is like a 62% win. Like, what if you find out you're like, man, I absolutely clean house when I bet on NHL? Like, maybe I got to play more NHL. Like, how are you going to know? How are you going to know? Or Mitch, I absolutely destroy when I use the plus EV optimizer for MLB. And on NBA, I don't do well with the plus EV optimizer. Maybe you're killing it with the DFS optimizer, 86 and 59. Or the sharp money radar, 115 and 78. Well, Mitch, I always do better when I play overs for NBA. Shocker. Unders. Right? Like, how do you know? How else are you going to get better at using this stuff if you're not using the My Bets tracker? Is it meant to be the next Pickett? No, Pickett's an incredible app. Just use that if you're tracking, all this nonsense with all the different things you're doing. But if you want to see how you're doing within the construct of this MySperryEdge.com, you're living large. Dan's, then you are like me and you're using sports books. There's literally like Novin and Underdog are the best of the best for exchanges and for pick'em. But if you have access to sports books, like look at the bookmakers here on this tool. You just select your book. Dude, there's like 10 you can use here for New York, top of my head. Bally, BetMGM, Caesars, FanDuel, The Score, I believe Rebet. No Fliff anymore. Fanatics, DK, Bet Rivers. And I'm probably missing one because I'm doing this live. I can't remember if I can do Profit X or not. So, dude, you got a Prize Picks is another. You got options, dude. Come on. And like if you can't use Novig and Underdog, and I primarily use those for this show, props are props if you want to use some of these somewhere else, and I'm going to build parlays at the end. They are not beholden to one individual app. Victor Wembanyama. All right, so minus 161 odds on FanDuel to the under, minus 131 devigged line, lock and load, another Price Picks play. These plays move very quickly, especially when you get a strong edge. 1.1% EV. Doesn't matter how small the EV percentage is, they stack, right? The edge compounds. The more edge you have, a 0.7% with a 1.1% is pretty solid when you put the two together on a pick'em app like Underdog, where their payouts are locked for the multiplier. So just be mindful of this stuff. Like, again, yesterday I went through here and I didn't compare any odds, and I've been doing this for a minute so that you can just see how it's doing. It's gone freaking awesome. It's been absolutely amazing. Initially, what I was doing is I would take this, I'd be like, all right, does it beat the fair odds? Yes, it does. And then I would look and say, all right, how much better is it than FanDuel? How much better is it than Pinnacle? And lately, over the last like 3 or 4 days, I've just been, hey, if they show up, I'm just going to play them. Like, do what you want with that information. Kyle Bradish here. And, again, do I care what FanDuel and Pinnacle have anymore? Not really. It just beats the fair odds. It's small value. It's on these pick'em apps. It's you're just running it. Okay. The one thing I would say is I'm always a little concerned about hitters props for certain markets. Uh, I don't have a ton of experience outside of hits, runs, and RBIs, total bases, and RBI unders when it comes to betting on MLB props. So, do you want to blindly run these for the hits over for, Joey Ortiz? He's probably a platoon hitter, isn't he? Is it? No, I guess not. Wow, he just doesn't hit. He just sucks. To get a hit today, I mean, hits market is a good one, but like runs, I don't know. I just don't know. Kyle Tucker, Byron Buxton, like these guys are top of the order type players. Tucker's like third or fourth in the Dodgers. Well, I guess it's not an RBI prop. Runs. Yeah, like these are touch and go to me. Byron Buxton been top of the order for a long time. He scores a lot. I don't know if I like runs under, so I fade, but up to you. I mean, you could select those markets so that you don't see them down here as well in the filter product. So filter section, set up EV percentages, odds bands, like so lots of stuff you can do. Anyways, let's move forward. Sharp Money Radar, see what we got going on here. NHL has been so freaking good to us. Let's just stick with it. 760. Well, just changed. You saw it go from 765 to 713 is the API updated. $600 at a minus 122 on Novig for under 3.5 shots on goal. We have secured and this is for better DFS 3-pick entries. We have secured a NHL stats API. We got to connect it. We're just doing a lot of stuff right now. We will get it there. And when it is, we'll have NHL player cards on the site, just like for NBA, MLB, NFL. And on the auto-resolving button on the My Bets tracker, it will auto-resolve the NHL stats. I believe today at some point we need to add a 2026 playoff API, which we have, which will take all of like 5 minutes to just literally flick the light switch on, so that the NBA play-in round and first-round playoffs and all that will show up on the player card. So I think the only thing you won't see today is Portland Trail Blazers, who played last night, and if the Hornets props are up too for whatever that is, April 19th or so. You might not see player cards for them if you look over the next few hours, but you'll see them later today. Blaze Alexander, under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Doesn't matter who he plays for. Arizona, Baltimore. I have no freaking clue. Game's at 12:36 today. Another better DFS play. You got $1,000 coming in on the under. Better DFS price picks as well, by the way. You're getting a slightly better price than what people paid, $1,000 paid on Profit X. So this ends up being a great play. All we do with the Sharp Money Radar is stare at what the Sharp Money is betting on. You could essentially say, hey, this money is from somebody with deep pockets. They just dropped almost $1,000 on a play, and or they're running out their model. And you're basically like, all right, what are people with really good models and who have a lot of money on their hands and in their pockets? What are they betting on? And then you're just tracking it, and you're trying to take advantage of it. And your goal is to get a better price. So you'll see on the site here, it says longer than whale. Well, my friends, uncheck that, and you're going to see just where the money is being bet on. That's all. Where's the money being bet on? And I have 4 pick'em apps here, but you want to use this for DraftKings? Fine. Like select DraftKings, right? This is what I'm trying to say. You can use this stuff anywhere. What's up, Miss B? I used some yesterday's picks, made $20 6-leg parlay, won $1,100. I didn't read your comment until just now. I was prepared to. 11 hundo. Yeah, yesterday was a great show. It was a great show yesterday. And by the way, do me a huge favor. We have 230 people watching right now. Like, retweet, subscribe, follow, turn your notifications on. Bets for breakfast, 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Sunday's the goal. Weekends, dad life takes over sometimes and I can't do it. But my goal is to try to go live 7 days a week. All right, let's keep going. So if you want to just be like, well, where's the money going? And you don't care about getting better odds, well, then you can uncheck the longer than whale. If you're like, hey, Donuts, all I want to see is that a 1.3K is being bet on Connolly early for the Red Sox to go under 4.5 hits allowed. Yeah, you're getting identical odds to Profit X. Maybe that's worth it to you. It's up to you. You have full control over this. You can choose to bet on these plays if you want to. Deep link it, click this. It'll open up right into DraftKings Sportsbook, so on and so forth. I mean, that's up to what's his pitch count? 96, 88, 86. Okay. You can do that. I personally want to see better odds on the play that I'm taking than what the sharp action has. So, some people like the drop down here and they don't use this because they're like, well, I'm going to use this on underdog. All I care about is seeing that $1,300 came in on the under. I'm going to apply that information elsewhere. Totally up to you. It's totally up to you. Personally, this is the type of play I'm looking for. Kyle Bradish for the Orioles. Not only do we see 11 hundo coming in on the under, but we can get a minus 115 for a 2-pick entry on underdog, and we don't have to worry about the odds. We're getting a better price than what the sharp had on whatever that was, Profit X. So again, do what you want with this information. You just got to click the longer than whale or uncheck it. So totally up to you. Miss B, I do appreciate you dropping a comment. I love seeing people win money. Makes me so happy. It's not even funny. Makes me so happy. Let's turn that back on. DFS optimizer. Let's bounce around. And then we're going to make parlays. I'm ready, man. I'm already ready. I mean, honestly, chat right now, raise your hand if you watched yesterday's parlay segment and you won some parlays with that segment, because it was awesome. I was so utterly shocked at the amount of money people were able to make on that parlay or that segment of the show. Sorry, I had a text from my wife. When a hot woman texts you, everything stopped. The world stops when a hottie texts me. I got to check. I'm like, ooh. Am I getting yelled at, or what is this? Just playing. Watched and I cashed yesterday from the live. Let's go, TRP. Mad Dog is just foaming at the mouth, just waiting for the parlays. Let's look at the DFS optimizer. We'll talk about this really quick. So, what is the difference on the DFS optimizer versus the plus EV optimizer? So, the plus EV optimizer are devigged lines, right? We strip the vig out. You're not looking at what you're paying for anymore. You're looking at the actual value of the line. The DFS optimizer essentially is with the concept that not all sports books are created equal. Hard Rock, The Score, Caesars, Bet Rivers. These sports books do not craft and shape and mold the industry. The FanDuels, the Pinnacles, the Circas, the Bet Online, sometimes DraftKings for certain sports. Even some of the exchanges, if the liquidity is there, they are what's most important. They are indicators of where the rest of the industry will end up being. Most likely, it's where the money is. So I like to use the sharp odds because what we've done is we've calculated a weighted calculation using only the sharp book. So, the plus EV optimizer devigs all books. That's Novig, The Score, Hard Rock, Fliff, DK, FanDuel, all of them, right? The DFS optimizer is only using information from FanDuel and Pinnacle and so on and so forth. And then based on the sport, we are providing a weighted average into each book and then calculating their sharp odds. So essentially what you could view this as Jared Allen under 9.5 rebounds on Prize Picks. There's a minus 137 sharp odds. We're not worried about the other side of the line. We're only looking at the fixed price of the side we're on, which is the under 9.5 rebounds, for which it has a minus 137 sharp odds. If you want to take this a step further and say, well, what are FanDuel and Pinnacle's lines? Maybe the two sharpest for props, minus 130 and minus 152 to the under. So this would be a great Prize Picks play. And then you can go through here and you can look at every single tool. I don't have better DFS selected because, again, I literally have never even logged in. DK Pick 6 I used when I was in Florida. I loved it. Underdog smashed in Florida when I was there 4 days. For about 10 days ago, I did 4 days of Underdog, and I showed everybody 64 slips, 23 cash, 17% ROI, 11.8 units profit. It was incredible. And all I did was underdog only on each of the tools, and I just ran a bunch of slips. It was so fun. What's up, Kevin? Bought the My Sparry Edge subscription the other day. Looking forward to learning it. Is you and your team that run the site? Yeah, this is my website. This is the DFSnDonuts, MySparryEdge.com. It's my baby. My baby. So you need to click helpful hints, step 1. The helpful hints essentially is a loose guideline of how I use all of my tools. So loose guideline. How does donuts, as you refer to me, I'm a third person here, but how do I personally use my tools? Here's a loose guideline. Every tool has the helpful hints inside this filter section. On mobile, that's all. It's just going to look like that on mobile. You just have to click the it says like filters or something. Anyways, you can do that for any tool. And we're going to make our parlays next. What's up, James? Good morning, buddy. No Novik in Colorado. Underdog. Have to select 3 picks. Go Bills. Let's go, bro. Let's go Bills. I don't know what else you got out there in Colorado. Do you have like DraftKings, FanDuel, so on and so forth? Tap that like. What's up, Tom Booth? What an OG. This man's been around for over a half a decade. Tom Booth, all the way back to my daily fantasy sports days, building, GBP lineups for DraftKings, NASCAR, like KBO lineups. It's just, oh man, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. I've been betting on sports for a very long time, but this is my brand new product soft launched the full Sharp Edge on March 11th. So that's why there's a nice discounted price right now at the site. If you're interested, when the price is full go, that 33% discount is gone. And by the way, that's not a first month discount. That's a forever discount. So you sign up. My early adopters are the people that get rewarded long-term, right? You'll pay $60 a month for the rest of your life if you stay signed up, despite this price tag someday being $200 a month potentially. You'll be locked in there. So that's the goal. JT again under 4.5 pitcher strikeouts. Well, this bad boy is great for DraftKings pick 6 this morning. Beautiful compared to FanDuel. I don't have it for Penny, but that's okay. We can roll with just the FanDuel and the sharp odds here. Takes a few other books into consideration. That one's for DK pick 6. I'm not going to load that up. VJ Edgecombe under 4.5 assists. Same thing. Again, you could just lock and load these plays. I've left them on the stream. I do that, by the way. If you're watching the show, I do not take time to talk about every single play. I will yap about what I want over here in my little bubble, my little circle corner. And then I'm just going to leave the screen up so you could just take picks. Just take picks, right? That's the goal. I just want you to win money. Not all plays are created equal over here. And that's kind of part of this show is that, I try to highlight that. Some of these are better than others. It doesn't mean they're not good, though. If they show up here, mathematically speaking, against the sharp odds, they're fine plays. Are there some plays that are better than fine? Yes. And that's what the show is for me to teach you how to go do this on your own. I'm live for about an hour per day every morning. But what about the other 23 hours a day? I got to teach you how to fish. You got to be able to feed yourself. So yeah, tune in, watch my shows. You'll have days where we go 16-8. We'll go 16-8 on our show for me just doing what I'm doing right now. That's great. You can see there's been a lot of green shows. We've had some red. Who doesn't have red? Red is there. But there's been way more green. The tool has been working. It's been fantastic. I mean, what a proof of concept just to do this all live and transparently. Just, hey, every single pick you see on this board right here was made on the live show. They were all plays right there on the show. And that's the goal, is just be transparent, show you that you can use this stuff to win money. And I leave it up here and I just say, okay, price picks play, safe bet, track it later. Kawhi Leonard under 7.5 rebounds. Listen, is it a good play or a great play? This one, fantastic. Why? Sharp odds minus 135. FanDuel minus 139. So even worse than the sharp odds. Pinnacle, even worse than the sharp. I mean, this is perfect, pristine, beautiful. The type of play I look for. Not only do I beat the sharp edge, it's a nice edge percentage, but then on top of that, I'm beating it with the 2 sharpest books, for my personal opinion, FanDuel and Penny. Now, down here, I have a sharp edge. You can't see it under my head. I have a sharp edge, and look, as I'm you can't see. My head is gone. As I move the edge percentage, you'll see more or less plays pop up. Okay. And then down here at the very bottom, it tells you how many plays beat the line for the edge percentage that I'm asking for. So if you want more plays, loosen your restrictions. I like to keep it kind of strict. So I've been taking 5% or higher on these shows. What's up? Oh, good to see you. I'm glad I ran into your channel mid-baseball season last year. Best community out there. I tell you, you've been feeding people inside the Discord chat too, man. I see you posting pics in there. People love tailing you. My old DFS pitching articles. Black Widow, I recognize your name too from the DFSA days. I love seeing Tom and Black Widow, and there's other names. There's other names that have been around for quite some time. Kevin, there was a Kevin for a long time. I don't know if it's Kevin Castillo. I see him there, but I just love it. It makes me feel good. What's up, Alex? Just signed up now that I understand everything. Love these live videos, man. Thanks. Yo, that's the goal. This is the goal. Like, listen, can you tune in for 1 hour a day and get a bunch of picks and profit? Probably. As you've seen, the live show, 63% of all picks made on the show have profited. If you can't make money with that, that's on you at some point, right? It's not my fault anymore. My goal is to make you so much money that you're like, man, I want to use this show when he's not around, or I want to use this product when he's not around. And now that he has shown me on this daily live show, I feel more confident to do it on my own. Like that's the goal. Permastunt, another OG name for years. I think Permastunt's another Black Widow and Tom Booth, 5-6 years running in and out of Discord. Some of them stick around, but they have a home that the doors are always open for them. Prize Picks play here. And I'll be honest, some of these plays too, I have not done a good job of logging. I never logged in. I didn't check, but some of these plays that show up in these optimizers, they do not last a long time. So please be mindful that when you are looking for some of these plays, they're going to come and go. They're going to come and go. That's just kind of the nature of those pick 'em apps. They will stay there longer on, and this is there. I just logged in. This is there. Dylan Cease, less than 6.5 strikeouts. They will stay there longer on the sportsbook. So if you're using like the Sharp Money Raider and you're looking at DraftKings, they're going to be there for quite some time. It's not a big deal. Same with not so much. The Plus EV optimizer, these will come and go quickly at times as well. Sometimes they'll stick around. For instance, Anthony Black under 16.5 PRA. So fair odds after devigging this line, -109, smashes FanDuel out of the park. You're getting a -105. That's a 1.7% edge. Well, I don't want to log in live, but you would click, that's logging me in. You would click, there we go, logged out. There we go. You click the deep link and you can see it opened up Anthony Black under 16.5 -105. It's still there. But if I were to sit here and talk on this live show any longer, 5 minutes from now, 2 minutes from now, 10 minutes from now, I don't know. But at some point, this will change to -107, maybe -108. And it might go, the EV percentage might go from, what was it? Oh, I must have already saved it. It'll go from, 1% to 0.7. And then soon the odds will change. And now all of a sudden it says, DK's -111. And then it's literally no longer a value at all. So just be mindful. Just be mindful that this stuff will come and go. All right. These are all fine plays. Like, these are all fine plays. They're all beating DVIG lines. I'm going to save them for you. We can just review them tomorrow. Brooke Lopez, Steer and Fox. This is in 4 days, April 19th. Like, you want to have great value. You want to have an insane closing line value. Well, not a bad way to get it is using the Plus EV Optimizer. You ever see those people on X? It's like, how are they always ahead of the lines? Like literally always ahead of the lines, getting best odds. You go to tail their pick on X, and when you tail the pick, your odds are 30 cents worse. And you're like, how are they always just so much better than mine? They're just using advanced tools like this. I'm telling you right now, anybody who's constantly ahead of CLV, first off, if their account's large, they're just steaming the line. But if they're not a large account, but they're beating odds often, they're just using an advanced tool and they're not saying it. They're not telling you. And then they're acting like they originated the pick. Here's what they do. I'm telling you right now, I know the industry. I've been in it for a decade. They see this. They're like, ooh, I got an edge. Marcus Smart under 2.5 rebounds on DraftKings, plus 104. And then this line later today ends up being like a minus 107, minus 110. It's not a value. When you go look at it and they're talking about their closing line value and they're talking about their EV percentage, and then after the words, what a victory lap it is, minus, and by the way, and you played it at minus 130, right? It's like, good luck. You ain't going to win too much when you're playing plays that are 35 cents worse than what the originator has. That's the truth. It's not about the play. I'm telling you right now, and I'm going down this tangent because it really ticks me off. This is all irrelevant. I'm telling you right now, the last 10 games, last 5 games, last 15, the head-to-head matchup, his minutes, right? His minutes, 3 games in 4 nights, 2 games in back-to-back, second leg of a back-to-back. His stats whenever LeBron James is active. How'd he sleep on a Tuesday night? The DVP. Oh my gosh, the DVP, the batter versus pitcher history. None of it matters. It's 2026. That's all baked into the freaking lines. The only thing that matters these days is the price you pay for the pick you're making. You got to approach betting with math. You have to approach it with math. Or you need to follow the sharp money. And if you're going to be not using the math or following the sharp money and you're doing bottom up and you're trying to originate picks, well, then you need to be using a betting model. That's my firm and personal truth. I don't even know if those are debatable things. If you're doing top-down betting, you're using a tool like this. If you are doing bottom up, then you better be originating your picks using a model, simulating 10,000 times, something. But sitting there old school, being on the toilet, hiding from your family last 5 games, and you're like, yep, under 4 or 5. Opposing team, third least assists. I'm taking LeBron under 9.5 assists tonight. Post to X, look like a sharp. Nonsense. You're terrible. That's a bad way to bet. Guess why? Well, every single freaking app out there right now has a 5-game graph. It's telling you what their stats are. What does the other team give up? You think that helps you? Would they be putting that in their app if that's going to help you win money from them? They want you to use that. That's stats without context. It's looking back at what has happened without knowing why and applying it to the future. You go to Prize Picks and you look at the most popular picks, that tab, and you will always see a litany of picks that are nonsense. They're garbage. It's 5 games with 5 green graphs. Meanwhile, why? You go look at that player, their minutes were at 28, 30, 32. Some guy comes back that day, and they're going to go back down to their normal role. Dennis Jenkins, sorry, the third-string guard for Detroit. I can't remember the second-string guy. Sasser, Marcus Sasser, Mark Sasser. He got hurt. Cade Cunningham was out. Dennis Jenkins was playing 40 minutes a game. 10 assists, 12 assists, whatever. 2 games ago, or like 3 days ago or whatever, Cade Cunningham returns. Jenkins goes down to 18 minutes. He was one of the most popular assist plays on the board, over 3.5 assists, 5 out of 5 games. 120,000 people bet his over 3.5 assists. 5 out of 5 ended up being green graphs. And what did he do? And I showed it on the show, which is why I'm talking about it. I said, play the under 3.5 because the optimizer said to take the under. Just that's it. The math said take the under. And I looked at it. I was like, this is a little nerve-wracking, but why? Oh, Cade Cunningham's back. He played 18 minutes, finished with like 2 assists. I get really worked up. I'm sorry. I meant to be making picks and parlays, but honestly, sometimes I think people need to hear it. And I might do it every once in a while, maybe weekly. I don't know. But honestly, I'm just trying to protect the industry, man. I'm just trying to protect the industry. It really ticks me off, man. You know, the other thing that really grinds my gears, I'm doing my Peter Griffin, is the referral game. It's the fly by night pop up exchanges and pick 'em apps, and they freaking all of a sudden, use code, X50, whatever. I'm just making this up. Donuts 50, get $50 free deposit on this brand new random app that could rug pull you, and you'll lose all your money on it. But I don't care about you. I care about my money, my referral codes. Nonsense. There are massive accounts out there right now doing it, and y'all supporting them with hundreds of thousands of followers. What? Fake persons run by international companies overseas, and y'all are sitting there eating it up. Wake up. What are you doing? Anyways. I lost it. I lost it. The tangents are real. I appreciate you, Chris. Info is more valuable than most people ever get. There's a lot of value in the tangents. Let me just say that. You do what you want with them. Let me get back to it. You know what? I've made you wait long enough. I think I've made you wait long enough. Here's one. Prize Picks. Tyrese Maxey over 3.5 rebounds. Sharp Money Radar. Turn off some of these other books. I just want to use the pick 'em apps. Nothing there. It looks good right now. Slade Ciccone. Nope. Worse odds. All right. Hey, I think it's time. Let's make some parlays. I think y'all waited long enough. Spencer Spaghetti. 2+ walks guy a couple years ago was absolute free. He's pitching again. Under 6.5 strikeouts. Look at that. Prize Picks. -132 on FanDuel. I don't have Pinnacle lines yet. They should drop soon, though. It is 9:55 a.m. Pinnacle drops around 10 a.m. Spencer Spaghetti is back. Oh, wow. Well, math says take the under 6.5 on Prize Picks. Chris Paddock. Man, he was going to be an ace. And then I think he tore his rotator cuff like 6-7 years ago. I mean, literally, I feel like it's once a week. I can't help myself. It really ticks me off, man. I will call out these 100,000 person accounts for their referral hunting, their steaming fake CLVs. It just really bothers me, man. Anyways, I can't go down that tangent again. I'm going to lose viewers. Chris Paddock under 3.5 strikeouts for underdog. Another fine option. Again, this has to do with just the math of things. We're comparing sharp odds. These are not the DVIG lines from the positive expected value tool. All right. These are from the DFS Optimizer, which is the sharp odds. Remember, not all books are created equal. We don't care about Bet Rivers and Bet MGM. We don't care about them at all. We don't care about them at all. They do not mold lines. So we come over here. Chris Paddock. Again, I don't do this throughout the show, but because I'm just trying to jam in as many picks as I can. That's a great play. Mikal Bridges. Do you want to play NBA stuff tonight? I mean, this is up to you. I don't really want to, but last night went great. This play, math says it's a good play. Mikal Bridges under 12.5. Donuts, is it there? You show us so much. Okay. Every pick I've shown you on the show today, Prize Picks, DK, Underdog. I think I did 6 or 7 of them opening. Every single one was there at full 1x multiplier. This is how it works. They'll move after I highlight them. They always do. All right, let's go to this. Let's make some parlays because yesterday was absolutely incredible. Raise your hand, chat, right now. Raise your hand. They play later this week. See, I probably wouldn't even have selected that, Rava. I wouldn't even have selected that if they weren't playing tonight. Yeah, so I'll probably go delete. Full disclosure, I'm going to delete that I'm going to delete that. How about that? I'm going to delete it. I don't want to leave those on there. Maybe a day ahead. Yeah, fine. But I know nothing about that game. I don't know if we're waiting to see if Karl Anthony Towns is playing or something. I have no clue. So I'm going to delete that from the My Bets thing. I never do that. And when I do, I say it live because transparency is everything. So that's going to get deleted. Yesterday, chat right now, raise your hand if you played some of those parlays I highlighted on the show. The end of the show, I did a bunch of parlays. We cashed 3 of the 5. Raise your hand if you did them. I want to know right now. I need to know who listened to me yesterday and cashed some of my parlays I built. What up, R? You have blessed me in my pockets this weekend with free bets. Oh, let's go. I love hearing that. I'm sold. Just became a new Discord. Oh, let's go, brother. Heck yeah, R. Or sister. Appreciate you. Thank you. You like this side of donuts? Tune in daily. You're going to see me go on tangents frequently. It happens a lot. What's up, Mark? Tuning in on the job today. Best way to do it. Best way. We ain't working. We're hiding. What's up, Chitty? Love the SGP with the Clippers and Golden State. That's tonight, right? I hope we see Steph Curry bomb 15, splash 15 threes. I want some 40-footers tonight. All right, let's see. Chat, did we get some of them SGPs in? Mad Dog, yup. James, yup. I did the ones you did on Discord, picked the wrong ones. Oh, no. Yeah, the 5 I did on the show, I posted into Discord. I posted 6 into Discord. 3 of them cashed. Oh, it's him, got it. Let's get it. Me Cold got it. Love it. It's Snipes, play 2 of the 5, won both. Won 15 hundo, says Adam Westbury. Thanks, Donuts. Appreciate you, man. I love hearing that people win money from this stuff. Missed them, had a call at work, needed to be handled. Oh, rough. RSBS got it. Cool. All right, let's make more then. More people got those parlays than I thought. That makes me happy. All right, so we're going to use full screen. We're going to go to myspurryedge.com. Again, you watch me every single day use this product. Why? That's my product. That's why. Give it a click. I just posted it in chat. myspurryedge.com. I want you to try it out. That limited time discount, it's a grandfathered pricing. Early adopters, keep it. It's going to go up by 33% soon. All right. So, had a theory yesterday given to me. Not yesterday. For weeks, people have been telling me to use the trends tool early season specifically to highlight where the books are being slow on lines. And I was like, come on, guys, that doesn't work. More and more people kept y'all, I'm sitting down. I'm lowering my desk. Old man back just bothering me now. Oh, much better. Woo-hoo-hoo. Sometimes you just need to sit down, man. All right. There we go. All right. I had to get my mic and cam. Everything got messed up. Okay. So I was like, there's no way. And then I wanted to look at it live. So what I've done is I'm selecting MLB on the trends tool. All right. I'm not going into their player cards and like viewing this stuff. We're going to look at it a little bit, because I also want to see like, they're a platoon hitter. Like Ryan McMahon seems like he might be somebody for the Yanks who is not batting, full go for, he's a lefty, if I recall. He's probably only facing righties. So if he starts a game, gets 2 at bats, then a lefty comes in and he dips out, well, then, you're in a good spot for an under. He's getting pinch hit. So they said, go market by market, select unders, leave the season filter on, not last 10, go season, and then set the trend range to 100%. All right. Now for NBA, people have been saying they do this annually. Sorry, I saw your comment, VG. They do this daily where they'll go to like the assist market and set all lines to 5+ assists. Okay. So like they'll do this. They'll go overs, assists, and they'll say, I want to see all players with 5+ assists and see their hit rates. Okay, so like Stefan Castle has had 5+ assists in 9 of the last 10 games. You open up Stefan Castle's player card, you go to assists. All right, I can lower this line to 5, and there you go. He's been cashing out. Oh, like crazy. Well, actually, I had that set to 5, so I had to be 6 or higher. So I need to go 4.5, at which point I'd apply it, and now you see Stefan Castle 10 out of 10. So Castle at 5 plus assists is actually cashed in 19 of the last 20 games. So if you've ever wanted to put together, hear me out. If you've ever wanted to put together your own like SGPs, alt line parlays, your watered down lists that you see on X, that's how they do it. I think I have a lot of people using this tool, and it's the easiest way you've ever made a cheat sheet. Points. 20 plus point. Now let's do 19.5 plus points. Okay. Over the last 20 games, Kawhi Leonard has had 20 plus points in all 20 of 20. Tyrese Maxey, 20 plus points in 19 of 20. Kevin Durant, 16 of 20 games. Jokic, 16 of 20. So on and so forth. Okay. Anyways, I move on. MLB. Selecting unders. Hits, runs, RBIs. Let's start there. Oops. Season. Trend range. 100%. Now, what I've done is and this cashed yesterday, by the way. Listen up. Do I have your attention? This parlay cashed yesterday. It's the hits, runs, and RBIs 100% list. Now, I also want to add something. Yesterday morning, I did this on the live show. There were 4 picks. They went 3 for 3. The fourth guy did not start. He was not in the starting lineup. Games run today from 12:36 to 10:30. There's going to be people on this list that don't play, and there's going to be people added to the list later when they end up in the lineups. Because the tool updates hourly. All the projections, everything on the site update hourly, which, by the way, I haven't even looked at projections. They might be the number one thing on the site. The most popular thing on the site right now. What's up, Coke? Lock in at $600 a year. Eventually, it'll be $900 a year, $1,080 if you pay monthly. So that's locking in half off long term. You're a very smart person. Not everybody thinks like that. I think what a lot of people have been doing, because I've seen more annual signups lately. I think a lot of people have tried it. They've been like, holy crap, this is awesome. And then they sign up for an annual product after their first month is up, because they get, not only do they get 2 months off, which is great, 2 months free, but they're signing up for a year with 33% off. And if they waited to do that for NFL season, they're paying $900, like you said. You know, not only are they paying full price, but they're doing it over the course of 10 months rather than monthly. It's just, I don't know. It's not a good business decision. Be smart about your money. If you know you like this and you want long term, I'd advise you. Not even advise you. That's personally how I do business. Anyways, total tangent there. Thank you, Coke, for getting me off track. Blame it on him. Tell me settings for odds for positive EV. You got 15 seconds. For today's show, I had Prize Picks and Underdog. I had 3 sports selected. Pause this later for me. You could pause it. Watch it back, Cujo. Here are the markets I have selected for MLB, markets for NHL and NBA. Down here at the bottom, I had no EV filter, no fair odds band, American odds, not decimal. That's it. All right. Go back and pause the show, my friend. Hopefully that helps. All right. So we've got a 4-pick parlay. Now, how do you make parlays with this? 2 things. Number 1, we're building a parlay builder. We'll help you out later. For now, I just use those tools that I have inside the, I use the tools in, I get sidetracked because I'm doing multiple things. I use the quick pick bot that I have inside my Discord. So I grab a screenshot. I go inside Discord. I go to any one of my channels, and I just at that channel, at that quick bot, or I DM it, the photo, and I say at QuickBot under 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. And it'll give me a link. And that's the link I shared to Discord. And I'll do it again today. But just remember, and here's the link, and it's just about to pop up. And there you go. I got all 4 plays. And you can see, what is this parlay, y'all? It's a plus 767. I am glowing. Oh my gosh. It's great. Plus 767. Bang, bang, buddy. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love. And I just did this yesterday, and we cashed 3 of 6 parlays. I went through I didn't do the pitching markets. I went through specifically each hitter's market. RBIs went, I think, 11-1. We broke those into 2 parlays, a 6-leg and a 5-leg, I think. And it went 5-1 on the one, and the other one went 4-0. And the 5th guy didn't play. That was one of our 6 parlays that cashed. Total bases had 12 players yesterday, and I believe 10 of the 11 that actually played cashed. There are only 6 this morning. And again, like, what are we looking at? Well, all this is taking these game totals. Otto Kemp, total bases at 1.5. You ain't playing these as a straight bet, but you parlay them. Suzuki, just not hitting extra base hits, needs multiple hits to get there, right? And that's all they're doing. And it's working. It's working. 3 parlays yesterday, cash. First day doing this. So now that I've shown you, all right, and hey, put your money where your mouth is. All right, I'll do it live. There's the quick pick link. Let me log in over here on the side. I got alarms going off multiple times here because I got to go. 10 a.m. It's been an hour. Let's bump them likes up, you freeloaders. That's funny. Good call out. What are we at today? What are the likes at? 40. That's it. We've had over 100 for quite some time. What are we doing? Come on, y'all. Really? Are you for real? There it is. Put a little sprinkle on that. Bang, bang. That was a plus 716. Or no, 767. Yep. Here it is, DraftKings. You can do the math. Why am I showing you in this weird way? Because if I do it, I get a strike on YouTube. But yeah, I'll share this to Discord members. If you're a MySpareEdge.com member, you'll get that in the alerts channel. Who loves you, baby? Who loves you? Woo! Sorry I'm late. The platoon hitters cashed on the unders yesterday. Yup. The parlay did. Yup. That's what I was just showing people. The hits, runs, RBIs won cash yesterday. It wasn't even sweaty. I think only one player had a single freaking hit. Like, share, subscribe. Let them know. This is the most valuable betting channel out there. This is my second YouTube channel, too. This is the daily live show channel. The other one's the videos. Hey, the man, the myth, the legend. Yo, Javad, hear me out, buddy. You're such a big brain sports bettor, especially for parlays. Listen to what we did yesterday. This is the most basic thing I've ever highlighted on my shows. And it cashed 3 of 6 parlays. Are you ready? All I did yesterday, bud, and I'm redoing it right now for you because I love you. You go to the trends tool. You grab the market you want. I focused yesterday on the 6 hitters markets. You look at the unders, go by season, put the 100% filter on and apply. I would just screenshot from the player to the RBI, the line section, and I'd tag the quick pick bot and I'd say under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And it would make a 4-pick slip. And I showed that on the show. It gives me quick pick. This isn't the right link. Here it is. Plus 767 on DraftKings. And I entered 3 of the 5 I made on the show, or 3 of the 6, parlays cashed, fully cashed, going market by market for the hitters markets. Oh my goodness. We did a parlay for hits, runs, RBIs. We did 1 for total bases. We did 1 for runs. We did 2 for RBIs. And then I can't remember the 6th one, but we had 6. If you are here, you better like it. I appreciate that. All right. Over an hour. We covered a ton. Yesterday's pick, 16-8. 3 of 6 parlays cashed. I'm going to do it again. I'll post those links in the My Spurry Edge Alerts channel today. What I'm going to do, Javad, is I am going to wait until later this afternoon for all members to join, to be aware, to know. And then when the lineups go live, when they're confirmed. Oh, by the way, Javad, that's one thing that Freak and I were both talking about. On the My Bets tab, which people are fiending for right now, on the projections, on the Best Bets tab, I know that's being worked on. That last column being added where it says final, yes or no. When I see these things go final is when I will also make things too, okay? Because what I want it to do is I want to make sure I'm getting these lists, these parlay lists, when the lineups are confirmed. Because, I'd rather not share a list of like 11 names and then only 6 of them play. So I'll wait as late as I can. Now, today, actually, I think about it, might be harder because games start at 12:36 and they run through 10:30. Kind of crazy. So today might be a hard day for me to give you like finals. So what you have to do is you just click enter all. And then if you're like, why didn't 4 of these guys enter? Well, they didn't play or they're not in the starting lineup, They're starting on the bench. So just be mindful. Last night was amazing. It was amazing. 14-9 inside the VIP, 3 parlays cashed. The public picks win 16-8, 3 parlays cashed. It's just incredible. It's incredible. I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited about this product and where it's going. We got a prediction market tool. We've got a parlay builder we're working on. The prediction market tool that Freak built with Javad. And there are so many cool things coming down the pipeline for y'all. I can't wait for this product to be in full. I'm excited. I love y'all. Let's make some money. Let's get paid. Come back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Turn your alarm on. I'm not joking. I'm here for you. More picks, dozens of picks and parlays daily. That's for breakfast, baby. Oh. All right. Peace.